Good morning, everyone. It's Hanifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I came across this beautiful quotation, which really brought to mind my contemplative time this morning, and I thought I'd share it with you. This one is by Harriet Beecher Stowe, and it says, "It lies around us like a cloud, a world we do not see, yet the sweet closing of an eye may bring us there to be." So I'll say it again. It says, "It lies around us like a cloud, a world we do not see, yet the sweet closing of an eye may bring us there to be." May bring us there to be. And I can tell you that I think of this kind of like the ethereal world, and it's this spiritual realm that I definitely feel so much more connected with every day. Yet it's interesting that even as we grow this way, and I will think of this as our higher consciousness, our soul perhaps, and it's around us, it's always been with us, and it's not easy to see, but we can feel it, and there is a knowing within us of its truth. And there is something that it's always pulling us towards in terms of our thoughts, words, and actions. And it's such a beautiful space. Yet I find we're all kind of pulled away from it every so often. And I'm going to say that's from the human mind, that we start thinking, I got to do this, I got to do that, or I can only do this, and somehow we stop seeing that unseen. And seeing the unseen is such a beautiful space to live from. So, of course, all of this brought me to other contemplative time. And what came up was things like self-sabotage. And it's certainly something that I speak with regularly with clients, and I'm certainly aware of it even within myself. And this, I thought I'd share with you because I think so many people go through this experience. So I came across this quotation, which doesn't have an author, but it says, "Self-sabotage is when we say we want something and then go about making sure it doesn't happen." So do you hear that? It says, self-sabotage is when we say we want something and then go about making sure it doesn't happen. Now, who would do that, right? Our conscious mind, we would not do that consciously saying, this is what I want, but I'm not going to let it happen. I'm not going to do the things that would let it happen. I'm not going to believe. And this means belief in ourselves, right? So what do we look to believe in ourselves from? Oftentimes, it's from other people, or sometimes from possessions or status or titles, or something to be able to say that this is what I did, or this is what I've accomplished. And it's something to show. Yet, the things that we know, we don't have to show, right? It will show because it's just who we are. But in making sure it doesn't happen is such a comfortable space. If I don't believe in myself that this is probably not true, this is just, fanciful thinking, then we don't create, right? So for creation, we want to be in a space of belief and knowing that this is possible, and then go about making it possible. So then I came across another writing about self-sabotage, and this is by an unknown author, but I thought it was a beautiful way that it was put, so I thought I'd read it out to you. So it says, "Self-sabotage is knowing exactly what you need to do to improve but not doing it. It's procrastinating doing the very things that you know will make you happier. It's waiting till things are 100% perfect till you do them, but that of course never happens. It's remaining in the comfort zone because of the fear of failure or uneasiness of change. It's a mindset that you may be completely unaware of until you really think about it." So think about it. Are you a prisoner of your own thoughts? If you are, take responsibility and acknowledge you put yourself into that prison. But know that you have the power to free yourself. And this is what I work with regularly. And I just thought it was so beautifully put that it's something that we do to ourselves. And unless we're taking the time to contemplate and reflect on how are we thinking about our dreams, our goals, our life experience, and how are we creating it, we don't do it. And it's so interesting because life just pulls us into the same old, right? And as you know, I have definitely pulled myself out of that. Even still, I can fall into that space when I'm not paying attention. And that means this mindful awareness has to be there constantly, constantly. Has to. I like it to. I think it's such a wonderful catch whenever I catch myself perhaps doing something self-sabotaging in terms of, and I'll say it starts with belief. It's like, wow, someone said or did something that didn't believe in me. And now do I believe in me? That's self-sabotage. I think those are the opportunities that come from the universe that remind us, be yourself, be what you know is possible from yourself. So I would love to leave you with that thought. And again, I want to make sure that you do remember this whole self-sabotage idea. There's another idea that I want to make sure that I share to end this video with. And this is just because so many of us are influenced or affected by things around us, either worldly events in general. So if we're watching news or politics, which I don't, but if you are, and it's inevitable that we're going to hear about it anyways, right? Someone is going to talk about it around us, even if we're not watching news or politics. And then there's our own life experiences in terms of whether it's personal relationships, professional relationships, that make us think in a way that is different from our own centered thinking. So this quote, which again also doesn't have an author, says, open your book of life only to a few people, because in this world, very few care to understand the chapters. Others are just curious to know. And this is the case, right? And we all know this, that some people it's just out of curiosity, right? And other people really want to understand. They understand us. And sometimes it goes without speaking. And oftentimes it's just because there's this energetic connection of feeling valued and appreciated. But when we start from the space of not needing that to know ourselves, then we're not self-sabotaging. I hope that you think about these concepts today and maybe think of one area that you might self-sabotage and maybe not believe in yourself in the way that I'd love for you to do so. Believe in yourself. I hope you have a fantastic day ahead, and remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.